and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you've enjoyed the series up to this point, absolutely drop a like, that'd be fantastic. We have one mission today, quite simply. It's Chelsea, it's the Champions League final. We're going to talk about some stuff in the Premier League. I'm actually going to show you what happened in the other leagues before we get into the final as well, because I promised I'd do that in the last video. We've got all sorts of prep to do for today's game against Chelsea. It's not going to be easy, quite simply. They are one of the best sides in Europe right now. I'm actually amazed that they didn't give them more of a run of the Premier League, and quite simply, I think it came down to that they just are too inconsistent sometimes. They had some very weird defeats this season. Like, as bad as we've been at times, which, fairly, this season, we've actually only lost 3 games in all competitions, so how can I even say that? Our defeats have come once to Chelsea and twice to Manchester United. We've basically been so good against winning the games we should be winning most of the time. Okay, there's been a few draws in there that perhaps we could have done better, but because of our defensive stability, we've not lost any of those games. And I think that's been such a huge reason why we've done so well this year, is to avoid those sort of situations. We haven't given up so many silly goals as we have in the past. We actually have the best defence in the Premier League this season. 29 goals conceded this year in total, and I think it was only 9 in 19 home games. But anyway, let's take a quick look at the other leagues in England. So obviously the Premier League finished like this. We won it by 6 points in the end. Our goal difference actually ended up being better than Manchester United's. Chelsea, incredibly, lost to Everton on the final day during that Bournemouth match. And it's results like that I'm talking about, where, you know, Everton are not a great side, to be fair, and Chelsea were comfortably swept aside by them 2-0. They had too many results like that this season, if you look. So they did lose to Manchester United twice, just like we did actually, to Manchester City twice as well. And this isn't a great City side, because I think we beat them home and away, but losing to Everton, losing to Leeds in there as well, just seems to be those kind of results. We just didn't have those games, and I think that was really the difference between us this year. I mean, it quite literally was. If they don't lose to Everton and Leeds, and then maybe they beat City one of those games like we did, then they'd be level on points with us. Their record would be identical, and it's that's really cost them this year. Brighton do eventually get into the Champions League, but bugger me, they made it hard work. Look at this. They only got it by a point in the end. They lost to basically everyone in the run-in. They lost 3-0 to Southampton, and they lost 1-0 at home to Watford. They had the easiest run-in of the lot, and they very nearly ballsed it up, but thankfully they didn't, and they are going to be in the Champions League next year, which is going to be awesome to see what happens with Brighton in the Champions League. And obviously going down, Southampton do actually survive in the end, which is very, very impressive, considering that point against us has literally kept them in the Premier League, amazingly. It's a fair one, I suppose. As for the Championship, Birmingham City are into the Premier League, beating Sheffield United in the playoff final. That's kind of cool for Birmingham City. West Ham, Villa come up with them. West Ham with a pretty dominant year with 102 points. Sheffield United miss out, sadly, there for them. Millwall, Portsmouth and Stevenage going down from the Championship. In League One, Plymouth up to the Championship this time, beating Tranmere. Wow, that was a cool playoff final. Up come Lincoln City to the Championship with Cambridge in... Wow, Lincoln, Cambridge and Plymouth all to the Championship next year. That's going to be fun to pay attention to as well. Mansfield go down along with Oxford, Grimsby and Carlisle. In League Two, Boreham Wood are promoted to League One after beating Rotherham in the playoff final. Along with Southend, the MK Dons and Wigan, down goes Sutton United and Barrow. Burton only just narrowly survive. And in the National League, Woking go up to the... Wow, there's been lots of interesting promotions this year. This is cool. And they bring Scunthorpe, no real surprises, they're one of the stronger sides in this league, up with them as well. Down go Maidstone, Northampton, Boston United and Maidenhead United very comfortably in the end. Sorry about that, just had to shut the window. There was a very loud dog barking, and I don't need an assistant manager right now, particularly not when it's barking at me. Then again, probably still more sensible than my assistant manager, and will stop telling me to play for set pieces every single time. Also, the game has just highlighted Seb Vassell. I'm fairly certain he's a face in the game because he's a developer at SI, I'm fairly sure, so that's pretty cool that one of the face in the game devs is actually the best average rating in the National League. That's enough beating around the bush. That's quite simply enough beating around the bush, isn't it? Let's get into today's game against Chelsea. My sister wants to make that change. I don't. I'm totally happy with what we've got. Obviously, I'm still going to do a full bench because we've got, obviously, extra spots. I mean, if you're missing out on the bench here, then what are you doing with your life? Manny Farmer, oh dear, I'm so sorry, Manny. We will have a keeper on the bench for this, of course. I rarely do, of course, but in finals, there's really no reason not to when you've got 12 substitute spots. But everybody else, I mean... unfair. Oh, the question is though, the question is Israel or Christensen? Israel or Christensen? And is it Kim or Hernandez? The advantage Hernandez has over Kim is that he's left-footed, but Kim still manages to do such an incredible job on his right foot anyway. The other thing is that Hernandez actually has a reasonable right foot too, whereas Kimmy's left is weak. I am going to go with Kim. I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't put one of the best players in our team, who does at the end of the day have some ridiculous attributes. If I didn't put him in this team and we didn't win, I would just probably never forgive myself for not giving him the opportunity to do this, particularly with his Champions League record this season. You know, 4 in 7 is not bad. I mean, I say that, but then Hernandez has got 4 in 4, so I just don't know. No, we're going with Kim. I'm making the decision. We're going with Kimmy. Well, my assistant actually has quite a lot of advice for once. You know what? Yes, we're going to do that. That's going to be our lineup. That's going to be our bench. It's the Champions League final. Chelsea versus Bolton, an all-English final. Like I said before, I don't think I've ever had an all-English final in any of my rebuilding saves. Usually we get... It's usually PSG or like Barcelona or someone like that. I think Juventus one time as well. So, let's go do this. My excitement levels are all over the place here. I can take solace, I suppose, in the fact that even if we don't win this game, we have won 3 domestic trophies this year and reached the Champions League final, which really is about as successful as a season can go without winning the Champions League. And I still feel like we would be able to go that one step further next year. We've already locked down Wilson and Israel for loans for next year. I've got some options that I've been looking at for players in the summer that could really boost the squad just that one little bit more. And I'm still not above the idea of just going all in on Di Lorenzo, to be honest. The players look up for it. Inspired and motivated. That's a lot of that. Really pleasing. Huge game now. It's in the Stade de France. So both just not nipping off across the channel. Still quite a lot of real players actually in Chelsea's team here. This is going to be a tough one. I mean, this team out here has done wonders for us over the course of... Wait, Wilson's playing? Wait a minute. Surely... Did they... Hang on a minute. Have Chelsea done a really stupid thing here? Chelsea have not put a clause in his loan deal with us that prevents him from playing against his club in cup competitions or something. Or is that rule not allowed in the Champions League, so you can't ban them? Oh, imagine. Oh, yeah, because Philippe Coutinho for Bayern Munich last season. Is that how... That must be how it works. Oh, imagine if... you imagine the scenes if Kyle Wilson scores in a Champions League final against his parent club. I don't think I'd be able to handle the schadenfreude of that situation, to be honest. Right, we're off the mark, though. It's 0-0, obviously, after 13 seconds, but we need a big performance. We need the defensive performance like we did against Man United, essentially. I would have played this game on comprehensive. The problem with comprehensive is that it shows you so much superfluous stuff that I would just end up chopping it down to essentially being extended highlights anyway, sadly. So that's why I just stuck with extended this time around. There'll just be a little bit less chopping and changes as I'll probably talk a little bit more and edit a little bit less than I normally do in games like this, just because, you know, it's so damn tense, to be quite honest with you. Chelsea obviously have some extremely good players. We have some extremely good players. We just have to make sure that we're on our game today, as we have been relatively good lately. Like, against Southampton, we showed a lot of quality. We just weren't able to actually find the back of the net in that game. Oh, Hung, come on, mate. You could have pushed that. And straight away, Chelsea with a shot inside 4 minutes there as McCann is able to save that off of Mason Mount. I always get concerned in the early parts of matches like this for us when we just don't look quite so enthusiastic going forward. But we have often had this thing where we just suddenly grow into matches. We've seen so often this season, like against Barca, for example. Oh my God. Where I see a lot of passing like that. Oh, please don't concede from that. Great save from McCann. I think he's offside anyway, but yeah, well, we just look a bit nervous. The last thing we need is nerves creeping into a final like this when the players just need to be up for it. I should have actually checked if Kim or Hernandez had liked big matches as a pro or con. We've managed to keep them fairly quiet now for much of the game so far, really, but we've not offered anything ourselves. And I wonder if the pass into space... Oh, God, Geraldo's taken a twisted knee. That does concern me. We'll assess this at half-time and see where we need to go, because at the moment, it's 0-0, but it's been a very, very dull game, quite simply. We've managed to defend, but not offer much ourselves yet. Trying to win a penalty or something for later. Ooh, Israel with the ball through. Can Kim get this? He might. He has. Kim's got it. Yes! Chelsea 0, Bolton 1, Kim Min with the goal. An aimlessly lumped ball over the top from Connor. He's celebrating by himself. Chelsea 0, Bolton 1. Lads, he scored in a Champions League final. Did he, like, sleep with someone's wife or something? What is this? Terrible defending from Poiti, and he's hammered that one home with his right foot. We lead in the Stade de France. Look at the Bolton fans going wild. The Chelsea... They run towards him like they're playing a fucking offside trap and then just... I don't know what that was. That is nuts. We could go in at half-time here. A goal... Oh, surely not. Kang's free kick, and it's just wide. Wow, if he scores that, mother of God. We're going to lead at half-time in the Champions League final. Chelsea 0, Bolton 1. We've offered so little in this game so far, but Kim has come up with the goods when it mattered most. He only needs a sniff, and that is now 5 goals in his last 3 matches. Hat-trick against Bournemouth, winner in the FA Cup final, and currently, the biggest touches of wood, the current winning goal in a Champions League final. Right, okay. Feels you can shake it off. We'll monitor this as things go forward. That's all we can really do at the moment. But I feel like he'd probably get substituted anyway. Out of interest, Kimi does actually enjoys big matches, and Hernandez doesn't enjoy big matches. So that actually might have been the right choice, albeit through pure coincidence and luck more than anything else, but nevertheless the right choice. Okay, we're not making any half-time subs just yet. And honestly, I don't want to change tactically because we've actually defended fairly well and have created a chance, which we have taken. If things start to change in the second half, we can make decisions based on that. But right now, we are winning this match, and that's all that matters. Let's go. Chelsea 0, Bolton 1, Champions League final. Kim has scored the goal against the club that tried to buy him for £250 million last summer. And how wonderfully cathartic would that be? God, I know we took a risk by putting Kimmy back into the lineup for these games, but he has scored the goals so far that have given us what we needed. I do genuinely wonder if turning off pass into space now that we're actually in front and just allowing us to keep more of the possession might not be the worst idea in the world. We're already pulling it back. Oh god, more injuries potentially. And no shots in the second half for Chelsea at all yet. Kang now with a chance. We might have to make some subs in a second. Kang with a free kick though. 62 minutes. He's pinged one. Oh, and it's actually, I think, saved. Yes, round the side of the post. Right, I'm making a sub. Geraldo can come out, but Ramon can come straight in, so that's not a big issue. I have now substituted Murray, though, to get Candela on because Murray's knackered and is now on a yellow card, and I want to make sure that we don't have to... Oh, please, come on. Okay, we're going to mark that. Oh, they've got Ibrahim Asori camera. I've been looking at that guy for the entire save. Right, come on, lads. Good defensive now. Right, clear. Wilson with the headed clearance there. Come on. Kulishevsky, the man who scored that goal for Chelsea against West Brom that gave them a little bit of hope in the Premier League title race a few games ago, and Candela brings that down nicely. Right, that's it. Simple balls out from the back here. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. Kim's won the header. Right, Barla. He's got to wait for the pass. That's the issue here. Kimmy's not made the best run. Hung out on this left-hand side. 76 minutes on the clock. If we score now, it would be a real difficult comeback for Chelsea. And it's ball! And it's off the bar! And it's not crossed the line. It's not crossed the line. I cannot believe that didn't cross the line. We've got 5 minutes left in the Champions League final here. Kim's goal in the first half is all that separates us from European glory. Come on, lads. More strong defending required here. Mounts ball in. Macania comes and claims it. We've got 3 minutes to go in France. 3 minutes is all it takes. Patience now. Sensible distribution, Alex. He's taking his time over it. That's fine. He just needs to make sure that he actually does something when he... Yeah, okay, that was poor. Like, if you're going to take all that time over it, at least... Like, if you're going to take your time over it, not for no reason, because I have told him to do that, you better make damn sure that your distribution is to an actual player. Like, I don't know why he takes so long and then just lumps it long when the players were still perfectly in position to actually make something happen there. And Alex Macania has possibly just cost us a Champions League title. 88th minute, and Kulishevsky's equaliser for Chelsea there has potentially ended our dreams. I say that, like, we're at 1-1. There's still more time in this match yet. Oh, Llorente, please, no. Great block as well. But the momentum now will surely swing towards Chelsea for the rest of this match. I am still tempted to maybe get Hernandez on for Kim if we went to extra time here, just on account of the fact that... Oh, hello. Hello? Hello? Kim's got one-on-one. He's one-on-one with the defender. Can Kimmy get through? And Bala! Oh, no! How has he missed the goal from there? I can't believe he's missed the goal. I actually cannot believe it. Christensen now. If anything, he might have been better off leaving that for Christensen, but Kim maybe could have gone for himself there, but he was unselfish, and I actually credit him for trying to set Bala up, but my God, Bala has to hit the target with that. There's no excuse for missing the goal entirely there. He's actually our top scorer in the Champions League this year. Round the side now, Llorente. Great block on him as well. From throwing it all away nearly there to very nearly winning it at the death. God, what a moment that would have been for Chukwudi Bala to put us in front. Mason Mount, headed away by Kyle Wilson again. But it was a great clearance to Kim, and he did everything right. And Bala just couldn't make the most of it, and what a chance that was for Chelsea as well. This game has opened the hell up. What on earth was that? In stoppage time, this game has opened up beyond belief. Llorente now. It does still concern me that... Oh, come on! Right, another tackle needed. Don't wait till he gets in the box. It's a poor effort from... That might not even go out for a throw. No, it will go out for a goal kick to us. But it looks like extra time is on the cards here in the Champions League final. Another highlight? God, if Macania had just done his damn job and played the ball sensibly, we wouldn't be in this position. But we are, so we have to accept it. Hung with space now. Lots of bodies. He has to find the right pass, though. Or just don't at all and just shoot. That's it. Now where's the Kimmy run? There it is. Kimmy, yes. Brilliant little knockdown for Bala, but he's in between two Chelsea players, and I don't think he's going to do much with that. Candela, run the side for Johan Christensen! Oh, he's just taking too much time with it. Johan, no! Oh, if he just gets a shot away, even if it's not a goal, it still gives us a chance to score. Buitrago. And well done, Demaran. God, this second half is going to be... This stoppage time is... Not stoppage time, sorry. This extra time period is going to be ridiculous. I cannot believe that we balls that up. And we've actually been so much better, ironically, later on in this game, and should have won. Right, okay. The madness continues. I've decided not to bring on Hernandez because I'm concerned about that big game mentality, and Kim is actually still fairly fresh and is having a good game so far, technically. So I've gone for Rodriguez instead of Hung, because Hung's on a yellow card and he was a bit knackered, and having a bit of extra speed and emphasis on that left-hand side could make all the difference for us in this second period, in this extra time period. And we need to make sure we've got that up our sleeve here. Kim. Oh, hang on. This is a good position for us because he's got decoy runners, and there is one of them. Christensen gets it out of his feet. That's a good tackle. He can still get it back. Oh, and it's wide. No, the goalkeeper got a touch on it. What a chance that was again. God, this game has just gone so end-to-end lately. Kang now to deliver one. And Demaran's header is saved by Ramsdale. We have been so good in this game in places. We've actually genuinely played a really good Chelsea team. Not off the park, by any means, but we've given them a really good game and created enough chances for me to have scored more goals. Of Bala! Oh, and again, he fails to take the shot. Or just waited a little bit too long for it. And Rodriguez has got it back. He's going to be very important in this period, I think, because of that site where he's playing. Ah, that's poor. That's really poor. Second half of extra time. Chelsea 1, Bolton 1 in the Champions League. Oh, we were so close to winning it. I don't think I've ever had extra time in a Champions League final before. Oh, no, that's not true. I had it with Uniao on stream. We did win that on penalties, though. So that's, I suppose, a slightly good omen. Rodriguez cutting inside. Here we go. Bit of speed from him. Can he win a foul or something? Yes! Chukwudi Bala! Chelsea 1, Bolton 2. Chukwudi Bala's goal, his 6th goal in the Champions League this season. We are now 15 minutes away from a Champions League win. We ballsed it up somewhat, but this is all down to Carlos Rodriguez. Goes past one man, takes it deep, and then pulls this back beautifully. Bala's in a great spot. Ramsdale could do nothing about it, and I feel like we deserve that goal. We can't go to time waste too soon, though. Right, I've just switched it over to time wasting, literally just as this highlight started, or just before it, rather. So we've got 6 minutes now, and we lead. Kim has got an overlapping run. That's a good tackle, but Christensen's through. Johan Christensen to wrap it up for us. What a stop from Ramsdale. What a stop from Aaron Ramsdale. That could have just given Chelsea a little glimmer of hope that we didn't need them to have. Candela, Kang now, Ramon. He's got runners left and right. Christensen's one of them. He's got to pull this back. Finds Candela again. We've got men in good spots. And he's found Kang. Can he get the shot away? He does, and it's a very, very poor one. But we've got 5 minutes now to hang on. Can we do it? Oh, God. Insta-highlight virtually. No, not 6 minutes. Well, we've got stoppage time most likely to come as well. So we've got to be careful of that. Kuliszewski again. Chelsea 1, Bolton 2 in the Champions League final. Mason Mount. Right, we need big-headed clearances here. Cock with a clearance, and the breakaway is on for Bolton. Come on, we score here, it's over. Bala, he's got so little left in the tank, but he's just trotting forward. Chelsea's defenders don't have much left either. Candela, round the side for Christensen again. Oh, the patience. Johan Christensen. Rodriguez, back post. Just shoot, Carlos. Pulls it back for Kang. And it's, oh my God, come on. Keep hold of it, Kangy. Bala, he's got Rodriguez round the side. Carlos Rodriguez, and it's well saved by Aaron Ramsdale again. What a stop that is. And again, he's made 2 absolutely world-class saves to keep Chelsea in this game right now. We should be clear. Oh, God, if we don't win this from the position we're in right now. Kang, take your time, son. Whips the ball in again, and Ramsdale's able to collect that. So, lads, just get yourselves back. Let's be composed for this final 3 minutes and see this game out. We need a big defensive header here. Well played, Carlos. He's back there doing some defending. He honestly could have won this game for us right there. I mean, I know that his assists could also potentially have won the game for us already, but he might have well have put it in the bin. Put it in the bin, put it to bed with that finish if he'd been able to take it. But still, I think bringing him on was the right choice over Hernandez. He's into the box again here, and he's won us a corner. Come on! And I feel like we would be deserved winners were we to get this title here. What a result. Kang, ball in. Wilson's headed clearance, and it's saved off of Kimmy. Our XG is nearly 3, and we're doing it. We're 25 seconds away from winning the Champions League. Bala, Candela, ball whip through, and it's cleared away, but that's going to go straight to a Bolton player. Kang again. 15 seconds, you can do it, lads. Hang on. Candela going forward, keeping that ball at his feet. Oh, he's just killing time here. Bala, roll it back across, son. It's cleared away again by Chelsea. There's only 5 seconds to go in the Champions League final. Come on. Yes! Chelsea 1, Bolton 2 after extra time. I wish there was you remember the old one with the 2D match engine where you see the players all run onto the pitch? I wish they still had that in 3D. We've managed to do it. We've done a historic quadruple. Oh, I have to take this off. I've absolutely battered here. Chelsea 1, Bolton 2, in extra time. The goal from Chukwudi Bala has won Bolton the Champions League for the first time in their history. Alex Macania lifts the trophy, the 4th time this season he's done that, and we're champions of Europe. I can't believe it. Is my face cam going to die in a minute? No, we've got a couple of minutes. Come on. Oh, I am absolutely over the moon with that result, and I don't think we could argue that we didn't deserve the win on the night. We actually played them, we played extremely well, created a lot of chances, and honestly possibly could have even had more goals. Look at the performance in extra time. We just took over this game at that point. Man of the match from Bala, but Kim was excellent. Rodriguez as well, coming off the bench. I think that, honestly, making that substitution for him instead of Leonardo Hernandez might have been the thing that made us win that game, to be honest. Obviously, there's all sorts of other factors, but I just don't know if Hung would have had the energy to make some of those runs that Rodriguez was making later in that game, and it pinned Chelsea back. Oh my God. Come on! We've bloody done it. And with this bloody system as well. I am over the bloody moon with that. Chukwudi Bala's 107th minute goal. We thought we'd thrown it away, but we hadn't. Well, we had, but then we pulled it back around. Take a bow, Bala, indeed. Sean Martin, I agree with you, sir. I've seen Bala have better games. That's how silly all of this is. Yeah, mate, you just won the Champions League. Pipe down. What a performance. Victorious Bolton celebrate a famous quadruple. I've never done that on FM before, ever. It's not only the fact that we've managed to persist and win the Champions League with this system. It's the fact that we've managed to have a season where we've won everything. I suppose statistically it was likely to happen eventually, but that's insane. Honestly, I don't even care that we have, because I just wanted to win the Champions League. That's the overall goal of the save, but still, winning the Premier League this season, winning the FA Cup as well, and the League Cup too. Nuts. Just what a season. That we lost one home game all season to Man United, 3 games in total across all competitions this season, and we didn't concede a single goal at home in Europe this year. It's ridiculous. Like in the League Cup, we only conceded a goal in the final of the League Cup. We conceded once in the whole of the League Cup as well. And I think we did get some very favourable cup draws, and sometimes you need a little bit of luck, to be fair. But we did get past Manchester United here, where we obviously got some luck in that game as well, to be fair. But like, you know, Crewe, Wickham and Reading getting us to that point was pretty fortunate. And it's a similar story in the FA Cup, to be honest. You know, Tranmere, Brentford, Portsmouth. Then we did get past Everton, but then we had Swansea in the semis. So still, just barely conceding goals. And at home, none whatsoever. We actually won every single match except for the first game. I didn't realise it was as good as that. We didn't even draw games. No defeats, obviously, but the only game we actually didn't win in the Champions League this season was against Atletico in the opening fixture of the tournament for us. I hadn't even realised that. That's nuts. So there we have it. What an incredible season. One of the best seasons I've ever had on FM as far as like in a rebuilding save for sure. So obviously, I'm going to want to know your best moments of the save. Please do let me know. Drop them in the comments. I'm very, very interested. So for me, things like Temenushkov scoring that 6-goal haul against Carlisle United, things like that matter a lot to me, because it's just like the little things that get you going. Regan Booty having that ridiculous season earlier in the save. Kim having that breakout Premier League season where he was just ludicrously good. Bala coming in on a free transfer and being so, well, not technically free. I think it was like 700k in the end, but that's just because he could have been free. I'm glad I brought him in when I did. Not selling Kim to Chelsea, for him to nearly go and score the winner in the final against them. I mean, he does score against them in the final, which is always nice. Chelsea allowing us to have Kyle Wilson play against them in the Champions League final. Signing Manny Farmer for £53 million. Greatest player in the saves history. So, for those of you that are unfamiliar with the way that things work after I complete a save, we do a looking forward, little mini-series called Looking Forward, where essentially I sim X amount of years into the future from this point. It depends on how quickly it'll let me sim, to be honest, before I get a chance to record videos again on Friday. So we'll have to see about that. It's usually between 20 and 30 years, though, so you get a lot of good data. And what I do, basically, is we go through over the course of several videos and look at the career trajectory of not just players that are in this squad now, but players that used to play for us, players that are important in some tangential way to the save, players that we sold, etc., stuff like that, basically. Any player that sort of had any kind of key action in this save, we go and see what happened to their careers. Did they become world beaters? Did they become managers? We look at the big tournaments. We look at World Cups, we look at the leagues, we look at all that sort of stuff in detail. It's just a bit of fun, basically. So we've got that to come very, very soon. As for the next save, I have decided what I'm going to be doing. I've talked about this on stream a few times, but I want to sort of talk about it quickly now as well. We're doing Outcast to Icons. Now, I know just saying that for a lot of you isn't actually any information more than you had when I hadn't said it. So essentially what that is, because I wanted to pick a save next, that I just wanted to do something that's going to be fun, because at the end of the day, I make these videos, obviously it is my job now, but it's still fun, and I want to keep that fun. in there, because I feel like if I'm having fun, hopefully you'll have fun with me. And I think that's really important when it comes to making enthusiastic content. So that's what we're going to try and focus on with the next series. So what Outcast to Icons is, it's a European journeyman save. So firstly, I know a lot of you wanted to see a journeyman save from me. You're going to get that. I've already done one before on YouTube, but that was a long time ago. And it's the same exact rules with a few little tweaks, essentially. So the idea is this. We turn on all the European leagues. And when I say all, I literally mean all of them. Every European nation that is available, I will be turning on at least one league, I think, from one of those countries. I'll get one of those big databases. I'll sort it out. It's fine. We start with no coaching badges, no rep, no nothing, basically. And we have to work our way slowly through Europe to the top to win the Champions League. But the key thing is we're not allowed to manage any team that's ever been in a European final at any point in their history. So if we eventually manage to succeed, we'll be doing it with a team that has never been in a final, like never even been to a final. Now, the other thing that makes this kind of interesting for me is that we keep track of who gets to finals during the save as well, so that they could potentially be knocked out, which makes it more difficult as we go along, potentially, as other sides that say a side gets a takeover from a tycoon that looks like a viable option, but they manage to win or get to a final before we get a chance to get the job there, potentially. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff happening with that. It's going to be great fun. You find lots of characters and you get to manage in very, very obscure places with obscure teams. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's not going to start straight away. There's going to be a little break, obviously, afterwards, so I can have time to regroup and prepare some stuff for the series, of course. But don't worry, it will be coming back with the new schedule with that as well. So it'll be 6 videos a week. There'll be a single day off. It'll probably be Saturday. That way I can give even more energy into the videos I create. And I really do want to make that the best series I've ever done. Quite simply, I'm excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well. So, wow. It's the last proper episode of Bolton. I'm almost kind of sad. I've massively enjoyed this series. It's been incredibly stressful at times, but at the same time, it's been extremely challenging, but very, very rewarding. And I feel like challenges like this, they are extremely stressful, trying to get things to work like that. And I've put a lot more hours into certain parts of this save than probably I should have done for my own mental health, but it's been rewarded in the end. It's nice to just say that we've actually managed to win the Champions League with a system that we built almost on a whim at the very start of the save, just to fit in a couple of... Literally, Lloyd Isgrove is the reason we did this. I had him in that system, but he didn't fit any of the other shapes I wanted to play. So I was like, you know what, let's just dump him into this shape and see what happens. And as a result, we then ended up stuck with it for the rest of the save. And somehow we've managed to find something that works, which is just baffling to me. But we did it. And this season is probably one of the best seasons I've ever had on FM. So eventually we found the right formula to make things work. So yes, massive thank you to everybody. I'm not going to ask for like a like goal on the episode or anything like that, but if you have enjoyed it and you feel like just helping the YouTube algorithm out, I suppose, do drop a like. That'd be fabulous. If you're new and this is the first video of mine you've seen, then welcome. Do drop a subscribe as well. That'd be lovely. I stream on Twitch, as you all know, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 11 AM. Go follow there too. Doing some awesome shit over there as well. Oh, goodness me, I'm absolutely bloody knackered. So, yeah, I will see you guys very, very soon. Hopefully, there shouldn't even be, in theory, a day off potentially before the looking forward starts. But if there is, don't worry, I'll be back soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun, capybara, and for the last time, bye-bye.